So if you did not, okay, now we can see what's going on here. Okay. So if you did not, oh, perfect. If you did not get to see her tutorial, you can see it later. Okay. So now I'm going to do some prizes. I'm going to do some questions. I'm going to do like all of it. Okay. So the other thing you need to know is that you get points. Okay. So like after you watch this, you're like, oh my God, I need a collection brush set and I need it now. You get a hold of your person. And if this hour you spend $30, okay, or more, then you get to go into our little raffle for some. I mean, these guys have been given some crazy prizes. Louis Vuitton bags, all kinds of stuff. They're like crazy this year, but why not, right? Okay. The other important thing is if you want to win, we got to know who you are. So we need to know, okay, like pinned at the top of this live that you're watching, pinned to the top is a form. And you need to fill that form out and turn it in so that we know, hey, I bought stuff and I want to win. Okay, so cool. And then the other thing is when you're done with the tutorial, that's me. That's my next instruction. So I don't need to read that to you. All right, we can get busy. All right, so I wanted to tell you guys that I'm not sure if you saw the beginning because we were kind of small, but I wanted to tell, so I'm Doreen '𝙪𝙨. I'm a director with Mary Kay, but I wanted to give you a little background. And that is that I actually have been a makeup artist for 30 years. So that doesn't mean I'm saying I'm braggy or I know everything. It means that I want to share with you the comfort level and get you comfortable with makeup brushes. There's nothing more than a makeup artist wants. Is to, like, I'm going to expose my face without all the makeup. And there's nothing more than we want than for you to feel comfortable with brushes and to use them every day. And I know if you were like me when you first started doing makeup, hey, these work. And but I'm so excited because I have been seeing all these, like, that's what I did when I was, 18 and 16. I did all my friends' makeup. And I had rudimentary tools, you guys. Whatever little brushes, whatever little stuff came in my kit, I was using it, okay? And I noticed the difference even with just the little stubby brushes that came in my little eyeshadow kits, okay? But what I love about the whole makeup thing is that there are so many, have you seen so many young people who are just in their room practicing makeup and sharing? What an amazing thing. And so let's pretend we're doing that together, okay? So what I want to tell you about brushes. Number one, first of all, to get comfortable with using brushes, okay, I'm going to show you the collection right now. Did you know, just a little piece of history, I wanted to look it up last night. I see somebody saying something. If you want me to know who you are, say yes to the StreamYard so that I can see who you are. And I love to say people's names and make it more personal, okay? So here we go. So did you know that brushes were made, you guys, back in Egyptian times? So like if you have seen Nefertiti and those different ancient Egyptians and they have that major eyeliner going on, they were doing that with brushes. So all I got to say is they were using brushes way back then. That means we can use brushes. And brushes are for you to be able to mess up and fix it because that's what brushes are for. They're for you to fine tune where you put things on the different contours of your face. For makeup artists, we see a face and we just know having that tool means that we are not afraid. We can see a different face, and we know that this is what makeup artists say. Listen, I can make Maybelline look good, girl. And that's another thing they say. Oh, you guys love the background. I'm glad. Yay for the background. I worked on it. The other thing is because we know we have brushes, you guys. So here's the collection, the main collection. Okay, so let me get up here and show you the main collection. And we'll start with that. And that comes in a little bag. Hold on. And I think what I want to tell you about the collection, because this is my job today, and I'll give you some tips. It comes in a little suitcase thing like this. Okay, why? Listen, you don't want these floating around in your bag. Okay, you want to be able to have access to them. And if they're floating around in a bag, let's face it. And you know what? A bunch of other stuff fits in here. I mean, I'm all about wanting something because you just got to have it because it's going to work for you. And this works for me. Okay, so I'm just telling you why it works, and you can decide for yourself. But you know, these pockets, listen, I have other brushes that I like to put in there. I've got lip gloss, I've got concealer. That's major for me. I've got things I need to put in there. And so for me, using brushes are, you know, we're like, I got to fit them in my bag, all this stuff. Here you go, right here, you guys. These all fit in here, plus some. Okay, the collection, which I'm speaking of, is $55. I'm going to get all this housekeeping done, and then we're going to play. But you need to know what I'm talking about, okay? So look, this is what you get in your collection in that little case I just showed you, okay? So I wish we could just be dancing right now, but don't worry. Obviously, this is a big, fluffy brush, okay? And this is it's an all-over powder. You guys, I want you to notice, I'm going to tell you about why the densities and stuff are different. If I show you this, you can see that it's like your cat's fur. It just moves around so easily, and that's what you want your all-over brush to do. There are even bigger, fluffier ones that we use. I think it's just so we can cover more face. Like when I'm doing collections and I have a line of models. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys all my experience. I'll fit it in there. When I have we had a line of models and collections, my biggest, fluffiest brush so that I could put all over, that's what those are for. So if you see those and you feel like, oh my God, I need that, you kind of don't. This is perfect. And so here we are. So what is this for? Let's say I contoured and I really don't like the finish. So I can take my all over brush, and it still has some translucent powder, and I can kind of move it around and see, and now this works if you're using a little bit of powder on it, because if you've used liquid contour, it's gonna stick a little bit if you don't have a little powder on it. So you want to move that around and move and circular motions, and just right. And think of when you're using the all over brush and you're trying to blend things in after you've done it once all over. Think of this part of your face. Scary. I have no makeup on, you guys, just minimal. Think of this part of your face right here. Everyone has this part in their face. Okay. It's this. Here's how I can tell you to find that part in your face. Okay. It's an imaginary 3. So if you're looking at your face, okay. Well, let's see. Let's go here. Think of 3. Okay, so let me go this way. So here's the top of the 3. Here's the center of the 3. Here's the end of the 3. So that's going to be different on everyone's face. But if you think 3, okay, then you will know that that's how you're going to contour. And that's how you're going to use your this is not a contour brush, but you're going to soften. So I know I want to soften this 3 right here. And this 3 goes from the mid-ear to the mid-eye. I'm just going to keep it simple, okay? And that's based on your face shape, okay? So if I got this too dark, no worries, because, you know, contouring, when you get started, it always starts a little dark. And so you can just soften it up with a little bit of foundation powder. So that's the first brush. All right. The next brush in the kit. A lot of people, this is called the 3-in-1, you guys, 3-in-1 cheek brush. And everybody was asking me, what does it mean, 3-in-1? I asked people questions because I thought, you know, what's 3-in-1? So, okay. So 3-in-1, this brush is centered to do 3 things, okay? And that's kind of awesome, because if you think about it, if I use this brush that I just told you about, the all over brush, and then I dip it into, it's going to actually have some product on it. So the same thing with your cheek brush. I love Luis Costco said he actually, and that's our global makeup artist. He said that he made that because like we used to have to switch between 3 brushes as makeup artists because you didn't want to mix the colors wrong, because you're actually creating some depth and contour. So he put it all in one brush, which is awesome. Okay. So here's what he shows you, and I'll show you. So this top part here. So let me talk about I want to just teach you about the firmness of brushes, because then you're going to know just kind of visually, maybe a little piece of this sticks with you. This is a firmer brush. Okay. This isn't as fluffy as your cat's fur as the first one. This is a firmer brush. And if you notice, he had it designed, which I think is really genius. He had it designed with short bristles here. Oh, let me do the hand thing, the obligatory hand thing. Okay. See right here how it's flat? Good thing I got my nails done, you guys. And then see how it's angled? Okay, 3-in-1. It's already starting to show you. All right. When you see angles, it does more than one thing. Okay. Angles are for a reason. If you see an angle on a brush, there's a reason. Make sure you know what that reason is. I'm going to try to teach you as much as possible in this time that we have. So, all right, there's the angle. There, see this fanned out part right here? Okay, and then I was trying to show you guys right here. See how it's like short and stubby on the front of it right here? Oh, right there. Okay, so short and stubby, fanned behind, short and stubby, and in the middle, that's your cheek color. Okay, so short and stubby here, that's your highlight. So you're able to take this flat against your cheekbone and tap a highlighter color, okay? Then you're able to take this, the higher portion, so it's angled, so you're able to take the higher portion and remember your 3. So figure out where your 3 is, okay? And you're able to take and contour and just kind of fan it out. And then you're able to dip on this top part into your cheek color. And let's see, tap it in. Oh, the lighting can make you look like $1,000,000. Not this lighting though. Let's see if we can back it up. So there you go. I wonder if you can see that. So it's right in that part and always the apple of your cheek. And, you know, I like to use more neutral tones and then add a little bit of color. So that's this brush here. And that is called the 3-in-1 cheek brush that comes in your collection. Okay. You guys, oh boy, I love the eye smudger. Like, do you see all the different shape to it? Okay, so yeah, I agree with you. Janet says it's her favorite brush. I think you're referring to the 3-in-1 cheek blush brush. So see how it has a little point on the top? Let me see if I can see. Can you see the point? All right, so the point, oh, there you guys go. There. I love that point. That's like my favorite thing about it. Okay, and then around the edges, it's rounded. So it's like round, and then it goes up into like a firm point. Okay, and if you look at it from even sideways, you see that little point. Okay, but it's round, and it's round for a reason, because you're able to fit this brush and smudge. So that little point is just perfect. So tight bristles like this hold the product so you don't have any fallout. So I like to spray a little setting spray on there if I'm doing dark colors, just because I like to do that. And, you know, tap, and then you're going in and you're smudging. Oh, that little point, you guys. Especially, I'm going to reveal my face and do a few things with you guys. Especially in this corner where we do a lot of things in this corner, and especially for me, the hooded eye. When I want to create a little bit more interest in the ends of my eye, I don't even know what I would do without this brush. I just actually just don't know, because it does everything I need to do to create, how would I say, if you feel like you have like really fleshy skin or don't have any definition, this is awesome for like smudging and creating this definition on the outer edges of your eyes without looking like, you know, remember when there was that what do they call it? The crack look or the cocaine look? I hate to say things like that, but it was like it looked all messy all over your face. Well, that won't happen with that brush. Okay, the next brush. Okay, so look at this brush, you guys. This is my eye crease brush, and that is the hooded eye. See how it goes to an angle? Okay, this is the hooded eyes blessing, really, because we need to use that point to get into where the eye bone is and create contour. So we don't look like we have an eyelid, but we do after we get done with this. Uh-oh, I hear that it's question time. So the first person to, first of all, I saw some of you guys noticing this background, okay? I saw some of you guys noticing this background. I'm not pointing to anything in particular, okay? But I want you guys to ask a question. And the first person to ask a question about any of the brushes that I just spoke about, or say what they liked about what they learned, guess what? Dun, 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 dun. I have to do my own music. Did you see how cute it was that I was showing you this collection on this cute little baby? Isn't this awesome? This is like my favorite, you guys. Look at this. Just, whoop, I dropped one. Oh, well. You can win one of these. All right, so ask a question and win a brush holder. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold on, let me get my brush. Oh, I'll get it in a second. All right, back to the, you guys, this could be so wordy. Back to the eye crease. Okay, so eye crease. This is amazing for the hooded eye, you guys, because it has a firm edge to it. It's good for all eyes, but the hooded eye, I'm just saying we love it. And so when you want to create those really awesome, how would I say? You know, sometimes we even do like a line in the eye, like that wouldn't show on my eye, but on some people it would. You can do that with this, with the chroma color. So there's a lot of techniques, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. You can do with this eye crease brush, and I love it because it fits right into the socket of your eye. So if you're going in and you're going to use the angled part, I'm just going to kind of show you. You're going to use the angled part. So you're going to go right in here. Hold on. So you're going to go right in here and you're going to find that bone. Oh gosh, you guys, going backwards. And see right here, I know that's where my bone is, okay? And that eye crease brush fits right in there. And see how I'm going not all the way to the edge in here or in there, but it just goes right in here like that. And and so see that? That'll have a contour to it. Another thing, it has a lot of things. I can show you a lot of techniques with this, you guys. So there's that brush. We're down to the last brush in the collection, you guys. And I know I keep saying that they're all my favorite, but honestly, this is like magic because I love what it says about it. Even in our Mary Kay book, it says, oh yeah, if you have hooded eyes, you need that brush. Actually, you guys, this is a starter collection. Like if I told you how many brushes you would need to do stuff, you'd be like, no. But if you're not using your brushes and you need a case, you guys, I'm just saying this is a great starter. And I'm going to tell you about the extra ones that we have and what they do. And you can decide for yourself what you'd like to add to your collection. Because let me just say one thing. It's June, Mary Kay. You can get practically anything you want from the person that sent you here. And wheel a deal, I'm telling you. And they're going to hate me for saying this, but we know it's true because it's June. It's our year end. And we're trying to wrap up lots of things with our team members. So I'm just saying, this is the time to get your brushes, okay? And just remember, you also will get this kind of stuff, tutorials. Like, I'm not going to say anything, but people on here, because they're here live and they were having their cup of coffee and got here, might get tutorials privately. Just saying. All right, this is the last brush in the collection. This is how they describe this brush, you guys. Look how cute. So see on the cheek brush how it was kind of flat here and then flat. It's flat on both sides. And then if you look at it, it kind of fans out, but it has a little bit of a point. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. Okay. What this is awesome for, you guys, what this is so awesome for is that it's like your finger. So like, it's like when you smudge with your finger. So like if you were doing a cream shadow, you would like smudge with your finger. Well, you don't need to because you can use this. Also, there's a lot of cut crease going on. And if you don't know what cut crease is, it's an advanced word. I think almost everybody knows what cut crease is. But if you don't, it's when we use something, it doesn't really look good on me because I have the hooded eye. I've tried it. it does, I can do it, but I don't think it looks as great as somebody who has this beautiful bones, eyebrow, and eyelid. But cut crease is when you do a separate color. So you go through and you're going to put a separate color on the eyelid. Well, it's not even really a color, you guys. You can do color. I mean, there's no rules in makeup, you guys. There's just no rules. So it's when they use like a highlighter or a foundation or something on the eyelid, and then they go in and start putting in color. It's usually a liquid because a liquid adheres to the eye when you do a cut crease. And basically you're cutting the crease. So here's the crease of your eyelid. So this whole portion of your eyelid is done in a sort of primer holding foundation that dries, and then you go in and start applying all these different colors and just a solid color all over the eye. I mean, there are no rules when it comes to makeup, which is probably why I love it. Okay. So what, Doreen? What about this, this crease brush? All right. So I love it because it's flat, so you can just tap. For me, having a hooded eye, I would probably spray it with some setting spray. And then I would go through it. I'm just going to like slightly show you guys. Like for me, because of the hooded eye, I'm kind of nervous sometimes because I feel like it's going to get all over. Well, first of all, these are all synthetic, a really high quality synthetic. So that's awesome because you're not going to worry about bristles and all that stuff we've fallen out, which we've all dealt with. But beyond that, that flatness helps me pat in some sparkly, like this is a gold color. Can you see what's happening there? And I can tap that in and feel confident. Look at that. I can tap that in and feel confident with that shape of the brush that it's just going to go on my eyelid and where I want it because it's flat. And I love that because I don't have to worry about it getting all over. These brushes are made so that they're made for your face so that you can fit colors and play. Who doesn't want a bag of play? I can't imagine it. So, and when you're doing color, you're tapping it in. You're always tapping it in. Whoop. Okay, tapping it in. So what if I just want to do a half eye like this? I can tap that in. Oh, I'm doing it backwards, you guys. It's going to be fun. So can you see that? And it's going right where I want it to go. That is amazing. So this is the final brush in that. So this is the all over, and I love it. All right. Those are your 5 brushes on the set. All right, $55, but like I said, wheel a deal. And anybody who asks a question, remember I told you I'm going to give you a few minutes. The first person will get one of these from me in the mail. All right. The second portion of this, you guys, is the extras. What do these do? What do I need them for? So I'm going to go over these with you really quickly. Boom. They look better. I think you can see the shape of them better in this tray. So here we go. This is, I'm going to pull it out so you can see it. It has bristles on one end. I love this brush, you guys, because I'm just going to say because I love them all. This is a really firm, pointed bristles. Okay, that's, it's really awesome for drawing in your eyebrow. But here's the thing I really like it for. And dense bristles like that really grab the product. If you really want to make sure you grab the product, make sure you put a little setting spray from far away. Don't get it soaking wet. Let it dry a little and then use it to, if you want to get those really strong brow shapes and you're just using powder and your little brush, this will do it. Okay. So the other thing I really like about the tip of this, and by the way, this is not in your kit, but this is what you can add extra. It's called eyebrow eyeliner. That totally, like you want a cat eye, dude, even on a hooded eye, this is going to give you the cat eye, okay? Because it's firm and it has the perfect angle. And so here's the thing about the cat eye you need to know, you guys. If you're not a good cat eye person, use the liquid. It's like a dry, pasty cream liquid. We have one. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. what do we call it? We call it Jet Black Gel Eyeliner. Okay, the reason why you do a gel eyeliner is because you can put it on a brush like this and you can control it and blend it and move it, but it still gives you a sharper finish. This is going to give you a sharp finish with this brush. And then a liquid liner is going to give you a sharper finish, okay? I would practice with my gel liner if I'm new to it and new to making cat eyes. And then I would go to the liquid eyeliner. By the way, waterproof liquid eyeliner. Oh, why didn't we think of it sooner, right? So if you have a hooded eye like I do, then you're able to, this does not have any eye, my eyes do not have eyeliner. I'm able to go in with this brush. I'm going to use my mirror and move in the, and make a cat eye. And on a hooded eye, it would like make a space and fall here. So we have to make sure that we follow it just along the line here and stop before the hooded eye portion of the skin comes over. So you got to practice that a little bit if you have the hooded eye, but who doesn't love a good cat eye? I just think it's so sexy. The other end of this, yeah, $55 for this brush set, you guys, but I don't know, talk to your consultant or whoever sent you here, because just saying, things are happening because it's June and no one is safe. Everything goes. We'll do everything and anything to move product and you into happiness. All right, here's this. You guys, who doesn't need a spoolie that's washable? So this is what we call it, spoolie. It's that, oh my gosh, there is nothing better than getting your brows to, look at that, it's even giving me an arch. Getting your brows looking pretty. And you can see I'm missing a part right there. So whoop, I better get my powder and put that in there. So there you go. So that's what this brush does. I would definitely add this to my collection. I've worked with a lot of makeup lines, you guys. I have never seen this quality for the price. Just saying, okay? And if you're just learning, you know, go shop, go have fun, do this, and find other brushes that do other things. You aren't going to know the difference until you play with these first. All right. Here's this brush, okay? This is the eye blending brush. This is our newest brush. And it just came out this month. And it's actually in a little, if you buy an eye blending brush, you get this. So here's what I'll say about the eye blending brush. This is like, get crazy with colors, get mixing things. And boy, you can just, as makeup artists will tell you, there's nothing you can't blend out. I mean, you can't blend out fallout, by the way, but anything else you can blend out. So I want you guys to know that having brushes give you freedom, because you can blend out anything. If it's too heavy, whatever, circular motions, blend it out. And this, the reason why there's a blending brush here, look at this. It's like, it's almost like having that big all over brush, but it's for your eye. Fits perfect on your eye. See how loose and movable it is, like your cat hair? So it takes the pigment and just moves it all around. It doesn't move it completely off, so you can soften a look all you want, or blend an ombre look. So definitely the blending brush has got to be added to your collection. Write it down. All right, now this takes what I was showing you guys before 100 steps further. This is usually, for me, I will say this. Oh, by the way, this is called the cream color. It does more than just cream color, you guys. And we do have like a little wand on our cream colors, liquid shadows. But I'm going to be honest with you, I do not use that wand because I just don't, because I feel like I'm not going to get the finish I want. So I would take my wand of liquid color, brush off the liquid color onto my cream brush, and move it around my eye. You guys, we have this one color that's called, you guys help me out. There are two lighter colors. One's like, I think, Meteor Showers, and one is called Starlight. Meteor Showers, kind of a light golden color with a little sparkle to it. And Pink Shimmer or Pink Showers, it's got a light rose gold feeling to it, which, you guys, rose gold looks good at all skin types, just FYI. Take that liquid shadow and just kind of Pink Stardust. Thank you, Rachel. Put that on your cream brush, and you can, you know, that look, we're getting new. We had one of our that's another thing you got to know. You're going to have all this, you know, all this people knowing stuff teaching you. We had a consultant teach us that's a makeup artist, how to do the latest look and the latest trend, which is like Jocelyn said, it's lighter makeup. I think that's happening because reading about it, all of us are like, we weren't doing a lot of makeup. We were in COVID. And so we were just kind of doing light makeup, not doing like makeup for work. And so now things are coming out where we kind of like the way, it's kind of like we just peeled all this stuff off and we know we're seeing ourselves, right? And so we can do light makeup looks and feel comfortable because we're out of that seeing ourselves every day in the heavier makeup look. So like she said, things are lighter. So what you can do is use this cream brush. Okay. Use the cream shadow. My favorite is that pink Stardust, just because it goes with everybody's skin. Paint some off of there. So liquid eyeliner, pink Stardust, if you need that from your consultant. And you are able to go all over your whole eye, you guys, all over your whole eye, tapping it in well, don't go here, don't go there, but like just to the edge of your brow and tap that in. And I don't have it on right now, you guys, but you could tap it in your whole, don't go beyond here, imaginary line, your whole eye, patting it in and blending it. And the reason why I say that's so cool is because of this flatness, okay? Everybody's asking about how to clean the brushes. That's at the end. That's at the end. But maybe you're not going to sit here for the whole thing, but it's coming. That's at the end. Because I have a couple of tips for that because we use a lot of brushes as makeup artists. Believe me, if I had one set, I'd never make it through a day of doing makeup for people. So anyways, here I'm tapping in all over. Okay, another use for this is, again, the cream color brush. It says cream color. Oh, you're welcome. It says cream color. But guess what else you could do with this? This is my favorite lip brush. Yes, I use it for the lips because I think you can get I don't think, I know that you can get a better lip look and get ombre lip looks when you have a brush. So sometimes I want in the center of my lips, which I'll show you guys just with this, what it does, and tap it in. But, once you use this for your lips, you need to keep that for your lips. So you're going to need 2 of them now. So the other thing this does, you guys, and it's great for tapping. For me, right now, I'm looking very shadowy. Let's see if I can help myself. Nope. Okay. I'm looking very shadowy under my eyes. So I'm going to work on that with you guys and see if I can kind of cover that so you can see what, maybe you have a day like that, okay? And those of us who are, well, let's face it, classic girls. I call a classic girl anybody over 45. We start having things happening. So, but no worries. With makeup and with our brushes, we can handle anything. So cream color, you guys, awesome for tapping into some areas. Gotta say, though, there's nothing like the sponge. And see that little point on it? One last thing. So if I wanted to add a little sparkle, let's see, I'm going to go into our new palette that we have. And I am going to, you guys, doing this backwards thing. This is, again, I can't use this on my lips and use this here, but if I wanted to do this corner here and give it, see how you can see that? You can tell from there to there. See how it gives it that brightness? You can use that for this, okay? So it has that little point. So again, this is this brush here. I'll just call it the cream color brush. That you can add to your collection. Okay, these 2 on the end are foundation brushes, as well as having a sponge. Okay, so this is something new that everybody's learning, that I've been seeing everybody talk about. I'm going to talk about these, okay? Let's get the big daddy in here. How could I forget this boy, bad boy? The blending brush. He might look dirty because I just used him. Okay. So the blending brush, okay, I'll just go from heavier to lighter. If you look at the bristles on here, look. Really, really thick, very, very firm, but movable, right? Okay, but movable. So when I want a more flawless finish, which I do, I really want a flawless finish because I have a lot of things happening in my face, which, you know, things happen, a lot of smiling, a lot of, you know, a lot of winking creates things. And so I want to really smooth out my face. So for me, just for you guys to know, if you want to smooth out your face, definitely I use the Volume Firm wrinkle filler because it fills in, but I'm also on Clinical Solutions. I'm telling you, I can go on and on. But when I use this brush, I'm going to get a more sheer finish. If I use this brush with cream color, so it's all about texture. So if I'm using cream color, okay, that's kind of like MAC makeup, you guys. I know I'm not supposed to say names, but I started out with MAC makeup and all because I was in theater. So MAC makeup was made from theater makeup. I know everybody knows that. And so the thick cream color palettes that we had, we could cover everything with that. And we did. And when you use cream color, which Mary Kay has, and you use this brush, okay, make sure it's a little bit moist, you know, top it and go through, and you're going to get like a complete coverage, a strong, not heavy, but complete coverage with the blending brush. It's amazing. You'll still get that coverage with other foundations. We're talking about texture. So the most heaviest coverage will be with the cream color and the blending brush. The second heaviest coverage would probably be your foundation, your foundations, the matte or the luminous foundation with the blending brush is going to give you a very finished, sheer look and coverage. Okay, the highest coverage cream color with the brush. The second highest coverage is the luminous foundations with the blending brush. Okay, the third, so I would not, you can use this brush, you guys, with the CC cream. It's going to give you a CC cream is light because of its texture by nature, but it's going to, with this brush, give you a little bit of a stronger coverage. Okay, so if you want a lighter coverage, go to the sponge. So there you go with the blending brush. Okay, the next brush, okay, that I want to talk to you guys about is the liquid foundation brush. This is going to give you, so liquid, it's for liquids. This is going to give you a medium coverage finish, okay? A medium coverage finish. And so you can see the bristles are a lot, you know, they're less, they're movable. And they also have a point to them. So that's awesome for like going under your eyes and your neck. Don't forget your neck, you guys, and for blending in your neck, okay? And also for your, around your forehead, just everywhere. Okay, so this is for your liquid foundation, and that's for a medium coverage with the luminous foundations and CC cream. Okay, so CC cream and luminous. All right, and then this brush, so 11 brushes, you guys. This is the final brush. Is the this is the powder. This is the powder brush for our mineral powder. Okay, so there's so many things I could tell you. This has a firmer, but not as firm. This is less firm. So I want you to realize the texture of the brushes. So this is more, it's movable, but it's compacted. So the bristles are compacted. And this is so that it can pick up the mineral powder foundations. And mineral powder foundations give you a medium coverage when you use them with, well, you have to use them with a brush. And so I love them because what they do, if you think about them from a texture perspective, is if you think about like a light colored powder that goes over your moisturized, prepped face, and you're using a very kind of dense brush, okay, then you're going to move that around, right? And you're going to get some really great coverage with that. And the coverage you're going to get is going to be sort of a soft, powdery finish. And the more you apply it, so circular motions, not under the eyes necessarily, circular motions. I would probably put bake under my eyes and then do circular motions with my mineral powder, okay, if that's my foundation choice. And then look, and you can, again, reapply. Okay, so if you think about it, what I want you guys to think about in textures and stuff when you're working with brushes is if you think about it, and I'm such a visual, I see powder kind of going over all the pores and face, and of course used primer, otherwise they're going in your pores. And then I see powder going over again. So it's kind of more of an airbrushed finish. Okay, it's like an airbrushed finish. Mineral powder is like an airbrushed finish. So I'm just giving you that, okay? And then, of course, this is not part of the collection, but since we're talking about foundations, this beauty sponge, see all the different, this bottom part is excellent for liquid foundation application. This is going to give you a light to sheer look because most of the product is on the sponge. You got to wet the sponge before you use it, but it's more of a tapping in. So texture-wise, how would I explain to you this works texture-wise? How I would explain this works to you texture-wise is, let me think about it. It's kind of fun because you can kind of control, like with the brushes, you have to go over in circular motions a couple of times. But with this, you can control the amount of product you put in certain areas. So in other words, I want more, let's say I want more coverage, on my chin. So I'm really, they say spackle. I really don't like that word. I'm really tapping that in and going over, putting the product in. And I want less. So I use a different part in here. So let's say I'm using 2 contour colors on my face. So I'm using my lighter foundation here and here and, here and here. Okay, not under my eyes. I probably have some concealer there. And then I'm using my darker. This is going to give you the strongest amount. And I'm going to tap that foundation, and they blend together. I've already played with them, and I'm working my 3. I'm working my 3. So guess what? After you do that with your sponge, then you can use another port, and you start just kind of blending them. And so you have a little bit more control of putting more or less with a sponge, you guys. So, right, that is a full tutorial on every single brush. You guys, I did not see one question. So let me give you a couple of things. All over powder, but good for highlight. But yeah, oh yes. So somebody's agreeing with the 3-in-1. All right, so we have a few minutes left. So I wanted to see questions, and I wanted to see what you guys wanted me to demo. I don't know if our lighting's good enough today. I really played with that lighting, and somehow it didn't go off like I thought. But the show, oh no, that is not going to work. Let's turn that off. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the cleaning. Somebody said, hey, how do we clean these brushes? Okay, here, I'm going to tell you guys something that you're probably not going to love. You guys, you have to have, if you're just starting, plug your ears. But you should have a couple of sets of brushes, okay? So for your eyes, you should have at least, if you said, Doreen, oh my God, what should I get? I really want to have a makeup artist set of brushes. I'm not going to tell you to get every single thing because you don't need it. You for sure need the collection, okay? So remember, my big powder brush fell on the floor somewhere. So you for sure need the collection. So the big powder brush, all over brushes here. So that's 5 brushes. You for sure need that, okay? And then I would say you for sure need the blending brush. So the blending brush is the new one. You for sure need that. And by the way, I'm going to say you need at least 2 of them because if you're thinking of eyeshadow colors, you don't want to be mixing all your colors. So I would say you need 2 of them. It's June. So if you're going to get stuff and start working with your brushes, I'm going to say get 2 blending brushes, okay? I really want to tell you 3, but I'm being generous. Okay, I'm going to say that you for sure need this brush here, which is the cream color brush. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, you're probably going to need 2 because one for your lips and one for doing your eyes, right? So there's that, okay? I know somebody said they wanted to know about cleaning. I didn't forget. And the all over shadow brush is in your regular kit. Oh, let me talk about this for a second. These decide what finish that you want on your makeup, you guys. Do you want to use your CC cream and get a strong finish? Use the blending brush. Blending, it's amazing. Okay, if you want... oh, Doreen, I just want a really light coverage. then I would definitely go with the foundation brush. I even want light, like, you know, sport tint. Then I probably would go into sponge. But honestly, all over. Oh, Doreen, I just, what brush works with mostly everything? I'm going to say your liquid foundation. It is a liquid foundation brush. So if you're not using liquid foundation, obviously, duh. So I would just say get that one, okay? A lot of people aren't using mineral powder right now, but if you are, then that I would get that. If you are, you're doing it for, you like a kind of finish with colored powder, you don't want your all over brush. You can use your all over brush for that. There's really no rules, you guys. So that's what I would say about that. And then, I don't know, I would definitely have a cream color. I would definitely have an eyebrow brush. So those are the ones I would say. Now for cleaning, you guys, we have brush cleaner. Okay. You know, what I like about the brush cleaner is it's pretty light. It's light, you guys, and it sprays light. What you need to do is you need to lay so for during the week, you know, I know you guys wanted, I'm going to show you light washing and heavy washing because you guys have asked the question. Okay. So for during the week, I like to use my towel and I like to spray my brush. So let's just spray a brush now. Let's spray my blending brush since I did use it. And here's a towel. Or you can use a washcloth and you want to spray it. And then you want to go through and wipe it, move it around a towel. That's for your like daily. Now I will tell you about the blending brush. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Somebody said they love my hair. See this in here, you guys? We had a whole big seminar and I gave the wrong information. So I'm going to give you the right information. If you're splitting open your blending brush like this and it's white in the middle, I thought it was tinted white in the middle and it was like light, dark on the outside. Wrong. Guess what's in there? Tons and tons of your makeup is in there, your liquid makeup. So to get that out, you really have to go and wash it with soap and get in there and really scrub it. And it should be black like this on the inside and on the outside, okay? So this definitely, I would say I would have two. Because while I clean one and let it dry, I have another one, okay? You guys, these are not very expensive brushes, and now everything is a deal. Make your deal with your consultant. So I would get two of these if you're into using this brush. Remember, the finish on this brush is really strong coverage, but strong coverage on CC cream. So what's that? A texture talk, right? So CC cream is light. I'm using my heavier blending brush. Will I get a heavier finish? Will I get a stronger finish? Yes. So you can mix them. Like I said, there are no rules in makeup. That's why I want you guys to have brushes and I want you to play with them because there are no rules. Mess up all the time and you might even invent something like, I think that's how they got cut crease. All right. Now, the other brushes, you guys, for daily washing, definitely use the brush cleaner. If you feel like you're not really, Doreen, I'm so like into it being really clean. And what we do at the cosmetic counters when we worked is we would have alcohol spray with alcohol, wipe, let it dry. So nice to have these holders so you can just let it dry. And that way it's not going into the bristles in here and getting rotten. You know, you always want to dry your brushes upside down when you wash them with soap and water, okay? So that washing with soap and water should be once a week. I hate the finger pointing thing. That should be once a week because here's what I'll tell you. An example. Things are on your eyes, you guys. I had something bugging my eye. I don't know what. And then it kept coming back and I couldn't figure out why. And that's because I kept using the same brush. Even though I cleaned it, I didn't wash it and disinfect it. And so it still had whatever was infectionish something that I kept rubbing in my eyes. So like, we don't want anything like that around our eyes. So that's what we did at the cosmetic counters. We would spray with alcohol and then dry or use a tissue and wipe. So I hope that's enough direction on how to clean. So we have a few more minutes, you guys. Actually, we don't. We have just hardly any minutes. So I think it's time for prizes. So here's what I want to do. For the first few people, okay, so like the first, let's say first 3 people, okay, put a picture here or send me a picture of your brush set the way it looks now. I want to see it. I want to see what you're using. I want to see how crazy it looks. I want to see your collection. Just throw it on the table. I want to see it the way it looks. I'm not going to tell you who's going to get what, but I want to see it because like that's real, right? So go get your brushes out and throw them down and look at them, okay? And that's going on your face and that's creating beauty. And I want you to use brushes, you guys, and don't be afraid to mess up, okay? So there's a couple of announcements, which is, I want to make sure I say the correct announcement. Oh, so I didn't say, oh my God, no brushes. I just can't. I'm like freaking out. And I wish I got to show you guys a tutorial, but this is what the prize is going to be. I'm going to do, you guys, I have seen over 500 faces in COVID, you guys, like this, okay? And you put your little face on the screen and you throw all your stuff out, and I'm going to do a tutorial with you, okay? So you have to buy stuff for me to do a tutorial, and you have to show me a picture of your stuff. And if you have anything, then I want to see your makeup bag. I want to see what you're using on your face without brushes. This is a no shame thing, you guys. This is I want to love you. I want to show you how to do it better. I want you to feel like you got some skills, you know. And so who would want like a one-on-one with me? Like, show me your stuff and I'll show you my stuff. And I don't mean that kind of stuff. And I'll show you what I got. Show me what you got. I mean, we have this now. Who knew we had this tool to play with? And like I said, I've seen over 500 people. You guys, really quickly, I need to give you this message before we go on, which is the next segment is Angela Dingman. You guys, her eyebrows always look perfect. I'm gonna stay on to watch what's going on, but she's doing the wow brows. So I'm curious to see what brushes she uses to create the brows. I'm curious to see what powders, because our powders you can use for your shadow for your brows. I mean, I'm curious. We have like 4 different ways to make brows in Mary Kay. So I'm curious what she uses, what she teaches you. And I'm pretty sure I need to wrap it up. And so 𝙂𝙂𝙧𝙡𝙀, Diva, D-I-V-A, once you know it, Uno for number 1 diva, @gmail.com. I want a picture of what you have and if you have no brushes, I want to see your makeup. I want to see what you're doing with your face with no brushes. And I'm going to pick a winner, and you're going to get a tutorial with me. And we're going to have fun. And anybody else who buys and they select, I'm giving away 2 of those cases. So I'm going to give a case. I'm going to give a tutorial. So you guys have an awesome Monday. What a great way to start Monday is learning how to use brushes, right? I wish you the best freaking week. I can't even talk, you guys. The best freaking week ever. All right, you guys. Next is Angela. Stay tuned. We'll do, we got to end with something, right? All right, you guys. Jazz hands. Bye, you guys.